Just syncing as per usual. I'm actually going to the right place this time to do it. I often have to mess around a little bit at first. Now, I heard that fucking yappy dog for a second. I swear to you, the dogs have not made any noise today. And I mean, this is a repeat of yesterday. The dogs were not making any noise, but as soon as I live stream, here they come. Here they come. Anyway, welcome everyone to the Demon Souls live stream once again. This is, I think, the 10th or 11th day in a row that I'm actually live streaming, which is pretty interesting. As far as why that's the case, obviously I'm having a lot of fun with live streaming at the moment. It probably won't continue being such a frequent thing as we go into the future, but definitely I will always be live streaming, if not this game then some other game which is similar to it. Or at least, you know, some game that isn't too different from it. You know, I won't start live streaming first-person shooter games or anything like that, but, you know, I might do different Souls games at some point. I'll do Monster Hunter, might do Zelda as well. Well, definitely doing Zelda as well, but, anyway, as I said in the previous video, hold on, I need to... What's going on with that? Let me just see if that's... That is on... Sorry, I'm just needing to make an adjustment here. There we go. I don't even know what that is. That's bizarre. What is that? See, I mean, you maybe can't see it, but it's blowing my mind a little bit. Okay, let's just do it like that, maybe. And then we'll shift you over. Or whatever. I mean, that, I'll shift myself forwards. I don't know. The only... you probably don't know what the issue is because you didn't see it, but there's just this tiny little dot of colour in the bottom, the absolute bottom right corner of the screen, and by moving my webcam it was making a difference as far as it being there or not, so well, I've got no idea what was going on with that, but anyway. Just going to get up my stream previews here. Going to open YouTube and also open Twitch, and then we will be good to go. Essentially what I will be doing in this video, at least at the start, and I'm sorry to subject you to this, is we will be grinding for some Bladestone, as well as a little bit more Spiderstone. I might actually check how much Spiderstone we have right now. I'm pretty sure I showed you in the previous video, but we have the Sticky Compound Longbow to +3, and in fact I think we did that on camera. I'll have a look and see what we have as far as Spiderstone is concerned. I don't think we have much at all. Oh no, we do have 4 shards of Spiderstone, so if we get 2 more shards of Spiderstone, we should be able to upgrade to +4. So in actuality, we don't have too much more to do with that, which is pretty good. But anyway, open up Twitch. Twitch is looking fine, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so... Do excuse me for having to clear my throat. I actually ended up starting the live stream a little bit later than I wanted to again. Yesterday I started the live stream 35 minutes later than I wanted to. This time, it was about 15 minutes later, so I'm actually doing pretty good. As far as being more on time rather than less on time, if that makes any sense. I'm sure there's a better way to describe that, but anyway. I needed to eat something before I started streaming anyway. What I've been doing all day, actually, and I suppose it's relevant to live streams as well, because I do plan to do a Monster Hunter live stream series. This won't be the case until much further on in the future, where I will be live streaming Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, but to begin the process of that even being possible, I have been putting custom firmware on my 3DS pretty much all morning. It took me about 2.5 hours to do that, because I did have to actually troubleshoot a few problems, but I managed to get things all finished, and after I've done this live stream I will be undergoing the process of actually transferring my Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate save data onto the PC and then getting that all up and running in Citra. As far as how Citra is going to work, that's going to be, I guess, improving, changing with the online experience as time goes on. So whatever it is now is not necessarily what it's going to be in the future, but anyway. I've started the process of actually being able to record for Ultimate for the first time ever. And that's a good thing, I would say, because I'm not able to actually record the 3DS. Fuck that. I wouldn't even attempt that. You have to physically mod the thing, and I just don't really want to do that. So as far as what we're doing right now, and I'll pour myself a drink probably after this, but what we're doing is taking on this black skeleton. Gonna go backstab him here. We're not doing much damage to him, but that's alright. We can sort of abuse him with stun locks here, and backstabs as well. I'm not even going to attempt to parry him because he scares me a lot. I want to try and backstab him. There we go. So we're killing this guy for chunks of bladestone, really. Not so much shards. There we go. There's one chunk of bladestone. I think we need one more to be able to... Well, we'll still need a little bit more regular bladestone, but... Actually, let's go this way. Because I want to go to the other silver skeletons to get their regular bladestone, and they might actually drop chunks as well. Actually, I don't think they do. Maybe they do. I'm not sure. If they do, then it's a fairly low chance. But I'll show you the world tendencies here. Wait. Hold the fucking phone. Now, this is strange. Why is this strange, you might ask? When I was last playing... When I was last playing, the Shrine of Storms was pure black. Now it's not. Now, I did turn off my PS3 after having left it on for a period of time last time, but... Surely I didn't lose any data as a result of that, did I? What's my current... Yeah, Sharp War Scythe +3, so why the fuck? Oh. It's because I killed the Primeval Demon. Shit. Alright. So what we'll have to do with the Shrine of Storms is take it back down to pure black, and the way we're going to do that is by killing ourselves more. I was happy with the fact that I was left with as many as 5 Stones of Ephemeral Eyes after having done that, but... yeah, that's not okay. Because quite frankly, if we have any shot whatsoever at getting pure Bladestone, which can be acquired through the pure black... well, not the pure black, the Black Phantom black skeletons, you know. Well, we obviously need a pure black world tendency for that, and all enemies are just generally going to have better drop rates when in pure black world tendency. So, scheisse. I didn't even think of the fact that killing the Primeval Demon would raise it back up. In fact, that really bothers me because that would have been a good thing to raise it back up once I had acquired the pure Bladestone that I wanted. So, I'm quite frustrated about that. Well, whatever. So, what we might do is well and truly save that for later, as far as trying to get pure Bladestone, because right now I am not in the mood. We'll just keep trying to get chunks of Bladestone, until which time we can upgrade the War Scythe to +4. Upgrading it up from plus whatever it is now, +2. No, +3, sorry, if I could use my brain. Huh? What is that even supposed to mean? I have my YouTube preview open right now and it says 1 waiting instead of 1 watching. Okay, there we go. 1 watching now. Obviously they were... okay, it doesn't matter. 1 waiting. I can think of why that was the case, but anyway. So what we're going to do is double check our current Bladestone again, because I don't think I properly checked that last time. We're going to put this away and then see what we currently have. I think we need 3 no. We need to go... excuse me. We need to go to withdraw or reclaim. Whatever. So we have only 1 chunk of Bladestone, 3 shards of Bladestone. So what I had in my inventory there was exactly what I had in regards to Bladestone all up. So... I'm pretty pissed off about that, I have to tell you. But, especially considering the fact that I don't need Colorless Demon Souls, so killing the Primeval Demon was totally unnecessary. Oh yeah, I have her garden today. I said that I was going to get that. It's just a nice light beer. It's probably one of my favourite light beers. It's only... what is it? It's only 4.9%. So, just going to make sure it's not fizzing at all. No, all good. So, I'm actually going to open 2 bottles at once. Why is that, Doomlink? Well, you'll be seeing in a moment. And you might laugh. But the way you drink Hergarten is you put it in this. Drink it like that. This big bastard. So that's what we're going to be doing. It takes 2 bottles. So just going to open Twitch again. But yeah, so that's going to be our beverage for the day. Now there's an interesting story to tell you about these Hergartens. Basically, when I went into the liquor store, there was only 1 loose bottle of Hergarten, and the rest were 4 packs. Now, I did not want to get 4, because I'm just not really in the mood to drink 4. Because if I got 4, I'd be drinking 4, basically. If you want to see the biggest head on planet Earth, this is going to be really funny. Look at the size of this head. Do you have any idea how big that is? It's because I wasn't tilting the glass, of course, but that is the biggest head on planet Earth. But anyway, there was 1 loose bottle and a bunch of 4 packs. Now, generally what they do is they'll just take the loose bottles out of the 4 pack, and that's not a problem at all. They'll just sell them individually. But I got the woman there, and we just went to the fridge, and it wasn't an issue. Yeah, we just got the single bottle, and we got a 4 pack, brought it back over to the desk, and she started trying to open the 4 pack. It's just, you know, trying to rip it open. And she was, she's a strange lady. She was making a lot of noise, like struggling to try and open it. She's like, and I was like, actually, if you tear it from this point where it's a bit thinner, it's a lot easier. Just said it quite politely. And then obviously, jokingly, she said, well, you know what? I'm not a beer drinker. And I felt like saying, well, actually, you don't need to be a beer drinker. You just need to have a little bit of common sense to start with. Now, I would assume she's not implying that beer drinkers have common sense. Generally, that's not the case. Another thing that I wanted to say is that if you ever tried a Hergarten, you would be a bloody beer drinker. Because it's a very nice beer. Because obviously the misconception that a lot of people have about beer, and I do apologise for the length of time that it's taking for me to pour this, it's insane. But it's a lot of liquid. But the common misconception that people have about beer is that it tastes like shit. And the reason why is because the consumerist level of beer in the public eye, well, it's really, really bad. And so people have acquired an acquired taste now for shit beer. So it's quite interesting, but yeah, and so therefore what is most accessible is shit beer, and therefore what people try first is shit beer. So then they decide that that's what beer tastes like, but actually that's not how it tastes. So if you would like to make an assessment on what beer tastes like after having tasted a beer that's not shit, then feel free to, well, make that assessment and be taken seriously by someone like me who knows better. But yeah, either way. Unfortunately, the head is not as perfect as I would like it to be, but that's alright. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. It's been quite some time since I've been on the Hergarten. It's very good. It's not like getting it on tap. When you get it on tap, it is so deeply cold and you just feel it inside of you. So nice. And it's quite horrendous that I have not been drinking it, considering that it's been so hot lately, but because it is probably the most refreshing beer that you can drink, in my opinion. But anyway, need to try and actually fight this guy correctly. Basically, I want to take advantage of his big rush forward attack, which is this here, by backstabbing him after the fact. So don't fall off, please. Get over here. Do not need you falling off. That would be a huge waste. Come on. You want to do your big attack? Let's go, mate. Here we go. Oh, he's smart, actually. You know, my concern was that he was going to roll off, not that I was going to roll off. So that didn't quite turn out how I was expecting it to turn out. So as far as what we're going to be doing in this video, when it comes to grinding for this stuff, because you guys might be thinking, well, what are you going to sit us through, Doomlink? Are you actually going to do the grinding until you get to your goal? The answer is no. I'm going to grind for a specific amount of time. An amount of time that I will determine as we go on, mainly based on how I'm feeling. And then we will go and do something else, and any sort of grinding that I want to do beyond that point will be done off camera. Because I do have off-camera sessions of grinding, so that's definitely going to be happening. But I like to have maybe a warm-up session, you could call it, of grinding for various things, so at least that's what I've been doing thus far in this build. So yeah, this time we won't actually roll off the fucking edge like an idiot. Give it another shot. Can you actually maybe not? There we go. He always loves to do that. You know, had I not actually readjusted my position there, I would have gone off the edge again. Oh, you little dog ball. What is that? What's a dog ball? I wish I knew. Maybe dog testicle? You dog testicle. That's alright. I think the worst thing is that I just wasted 2 attempts at that without even getting a single kill. And even getting a kill does not guarantee anything as far as picking up what I want to pick up, so it's actually hugely pointless. Anyway. Gotta love that beer. There's a very similar beer to Her Garden, which is about double the alcohol level, called Triple Carmelite. Or Carmeliette. I don't really know how. It wouldn't be Carmeliette because that would be E-double-T-E. I-E-double-T-E, sorry, if I could fucking spell correctly. But, no, it's actually not. It's just L-I-E-T, so I would just say Carmelite. That's how I would read that. Excuse me. Bloody shut up, Doomlink. There we go. Backstab him after that. Not sending him off the edge, of course, because that would be a huge waste. Come on, mate. As far as what build we're going to do after this one, I still need to make a decision on that. I'm not too sure yet. Maybe I'll do... I could do a few different builds, actually. I could do like a Rapier Build sort of thing. Now, there are 2 Rapier builds that I'm thinking of, and I mentioned them in the previous part, but I... Uh-oh, please... Please... Oh my fucking god. I just can't handle this. I mean, 3 times I've tried to kill this guy. Twice I've died. And then once I've thrown him off the edge. It's like, what a fucking waste of my time. Because what you need to understand is that even if I am successfully killing him, that can easily just amount to nothing. So if I have 3 attempts of trying to kill this guy and fail to kill him, then that's even more wasted time than had I killed him and got nothing. So this is actually a horrendous scenario, where I'm wasting a lot of time. The only benefit to this, and I repeat, the only benefit, after having failed 3 times like this, is the souls that I'm getting from killing the Reaper. Which is a thing. I am getting stuff. Hey Guillermo, good to see you. Welcome back. But, you know, really, I'd be able to get those souls much faster by dedicating that run to killing the Reaper, returning and doing that over and over again. So basically, it's still wasted time, but I'm... Did I beat that cliff in Black Tendency? You passed 2 weeks trying, you gave up. I'm not too sure what you mean by beat that cliff. But, if you're talking about grinding for pure Bladestone, I don't know if that's actually what you're referring to. But, what I'm trying to do now is indeed grind for pure Bladestone. And I was in pure Blackworld Tendency before, but I stupidly killed the Primeval Demon. And got back up to like neutral tendencies, so now I'm not in pure black anymore. So really, it's not the best situation for me right now. But, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by beat that cliff. Alright, backstab. We're actually going to get a successful kill this time, guys, I can assure you now. And we're not going to fucking die in the process, we're actually going to play properly here. We're going to have it so... Oh my god, I was turned away, I couldn't see what he was doing. Now, you're not going to do that, mate. Just stay away from me, please. We're going to try and make sure that he's not faced towards the... oh, this is crap. Absolute crap. So maybe we'll do less of the backstabbing shit and more of the just flinching him endlessly with this attack. But the problem is once he makes the decision to do that attack, right? He can complete... He will actually break away from the... Well, that attack as well, that big heavy piercing attack, plus that heavy rush forward attack with both blades. That can immediately cancel out of any stun lock that he's in. So, the problem is there that you have gone and... No, for the love of my ball sack, can you please stop? This is just... This is 4 attempts, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't even killed the fucking thing. I don't know what to say other than I'm unimpressed. But, yeah. Not quite what I wanted, guys. Anyway. What we need is 2 more chunks of Bladestone, and at this rate, I'm not even going to get a shard of Bladestone. Because I can't even kill the damn guy. When I do choose to get shards of Bladestone, what I will do is go into World 4-1 and kill these silver skeletons, because that's just going to be a better allocation of my time overall. At least I think so. Now, this guy, I'm serious. He's gonna die. Go to the backstab. Thank God for that. I say that because I thought that I wasn't able to do it in time. So if we get him facing away from us, that should be a... Ooh. Get out of there, man. If you're close enough, he will do that heavy attack, which is this one here. Go around him. Here we go. Non-target backstabbing like that is a bit of an art form. Ooh, a chunk of Bladestone right there. You see, I was in pure Black World Tendency, I'm pretty sure. And I killed him like 4 times in a row and didn't get 1 chunk. So to get 2 chunks in a row while not being at pure black is pretty lucky, so I'm happy with that. Anyway, I'm just going to return to the start here. Another thing that you can do is kill those skeletons, those silver skeletons, just a little bit further on from where you killed the Reaper, but I'm not going to do that right now. Given that I only need 1 more chunk, what I'm going to do is actually keep doing this until I get 1 more chunk. I'm going to say that. And that's the situation. So, returning to 4-2. And once again, I guess the benefit that needs to be kept in mind, and it is a good benefit, it's the fact that I'm getting all these souls from the Reaper as I kill him. I'm almost at 100,000 right now. A lot of that was acquired off camera as well, in terms of that soul count. So, yeah. That path that takes you to the boss. The cliff. Do you mean in 4-1, the very first level of the Shrine of Storms? Because I guess when you say Shrine of Storms, it can either mean the whole Archstone or the first level. Generally, it's best to refer to the Shrine of Storms. Well, if you say Shrine of Storms, it's best if you're meaning to refer to World 4-1, but if you mean the one with the gold skeletons, that's the only one that I can think of. Excuse me. Because there's no real cliff that leads to the boss in this level, so I'm guessing you mean 4-1. Actually, there's only 1 gold skeleton there, isn't there? I don't know, Guillermo. I don't know exactly what you are referring to. If you can say something like whether it's 4-1, 4-2, or, you know, first level section, second level section, that sort of thing. No, we're not going to backstab him there. He will get thrown off the cliff. That's not what we want. We're going to have another successful venture here. Not an unsuccessful one, thank you. So maybe we'll just attack him as normal. Can you not, please? Backstab, there we go. And then we might be able to spam kill him to death, maybe. No. Well, one more hit I think will do it. There we go. He was actually going to go into his big heavy attack, I think. Soul remains is not quite what I want. You're also getting a decent number of souls from killing those black skeletons as well. So that's worth mentioning. I get about 3,800 per kill. And then I think the Reaper, plus all the people who die when the Reaper dies, gives me around 5,800, as opposed to the 3,800 that I get from the black skeleton guy. So in the end, it's a pretty good way to grind souls, I suppose. It's not the best way, but hey. The point being that even if I'm unsuccessful with actually acquiring chunks of Bladestone here, I'm still getting souls in the process, so it's not an entire waste of time. Now, I do plan to level up with the souls that I acquire here. I'm just going to wait until I'm done with all of the, I guess, Bladestone chunk grinding that I'm trying to do here. And then once I'm done with that, I will level up with whatever I have, and then I'll probably go into World 2 and try to get 2 shards of Spiderstone. And then at that point, so basically, our current goal is, and the goal will change if by some absolutely, utterly phenomenal chance that I actually get pure Bladestone despite not being in pure Black World tendency. It's definitely possible, it's just the chances of that are really low because it's hard enough to do even with pure Black. So, we'll have to see. I'd say the chances of that are just not even worth considering, so let's not operate on the basis of that being possible even, so. Why am I pulling out the bow? Let's not do that. I know it's a pure bow build, but come on. I'm using my backup weapon here for a reason. So we can actually... Oh. It's actually really good. If we spam attack him after a backstab, what happens is that we're attacking him from behind at that point. Now, why that's important is because he can't... If he goes into an attack, thus cancelling out of his stun lock, he can't switch around and attack us. He has to attack away from us first. So that's actually really good. We don't have to worry about being hit in that scenario. So once we get the successful backstab off, we can comfortably hit him as much as we want without worrying about him just cancelling out of the stun lock and hitting us. So that's very good. Ah, right. So, do you mean the gold skeletons, or do you actually mean the pure Black World tendency skeletons that appear in that area? Because when I was in pure Black, there weren't super powerful skeletons there. Was there a Black Phantom skeleton? Were there golden skeletons? That's all I want to know. Also, Guillermo, I think you're a little bit behind on the stream. It might just be your personal connection, but anyway. Just double check if you haven't already, to see if it says live. Like if you mouse over the video player, where it has live written, it should be red. If it's not red, then you'll have the option to click that, and then you'll skip forward to where it is live. And it's best to keep monitoring that if your connection is slipping. It often happens to me, so, like with my playback, so it's probably good just to make sure that that's not happening for you as well. That's just in YouTube, by the way. So, can you not attack me, sir? What I'm going to do is kill the Reaper. Basically a case of rinse and repeat. You'll have to forgive me. Look, at this point, our only goal right now is to get one chunk of pure blades. Not one chunk of pure Bladestone? What are you talking about, Doomlink? Just one chunk of Bladestone, because then we will have a total of 3, which is what we need to upgrade our weapon that we're currently using here, the War Scythe. We'll be able to upgrade that to the next level, which will be +4. We still need some other shards of Bladestone. Come on. I want to get into the backstab. There we go. No, don't throw him off, please. Please don't. I'm getting sick of this, seriously. Why do they put him on a cliff like this? It's so easy to throw him off. I was hoping to backstab him into this wall and he'd get thrown into this wall, but no, he'd go straight over the edge there. That's unbelievably frustrating. Anyway. Fuck that. Absolutely. Fuck that. Get up there, please. That's what happens when you're being distracted by what's on your laptop. No, but really, sick of that shit. It might be better, it's just an idea, but it might be better to have it so that my laptop's positioned more in front of me rather than away from me. So I might try to reposition that now. Yeah, we'll drop the fucking keyboard while we're at it, why not? Damn it. So if we have it directly in front of us here, it's actually, yeah, it's alright. It's a little bit far away, but maybe if I shift it forwards like that, yeah, that's alright. So that's actually good. I have the laptop directly in front of me now, and it's perfectly fine. Excuse me. You have to understand that I've just eaten and then also having her guns, so the gas is real. Anyway, it's actually really cool to have the stream directly in front of me like this, so no more turning like this. It's all going to be me looking here, and then a little bit of looking over there, but not quite so much of that. So that's really cool. I'm happy with that. It's a lot better. It's all about working on how to make the live stream better, I suppose. And that's a small way to make it better, but hey, it is a small improvement that will probably remain the standard from now on. Because it's just better to not have to do this, if you know what I mean. So that's what we're going to do. Oh dear. So here we go. Next attempt. Not that I really want to be failing this again, but obviously I don't want to be doing that, but... So now, as I said, we'll stun lock him from behind. And see how he has to attack away from us first. And there's an example of him cancelling... No, please! Why do you do this thing? You were 2 hits away from death and you do this to me. Absolute, utter, fucking shit. So if I were to actually calculate right now how much fucking time I've spent doing this versus the number of successful kills I've had, I think you and me, you and I, would be very sad. Or maybe you'd be laughing, but I'm not laughing, put it that way. Well, I just laughed to contradict that statement, but still, it's really fucking annoying. Really, really annoying. But hey, it's Demon Souls, what do you do? Sometimes the game will smack you around. It's just what it's like. It does blow my mind that you need to hit this every single time, but whatever. Let's go, mate. He's not doing his big opener. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. I'm almost out of Half Moon Grass because that's what I've been using while grinding these guys here, so I'm gonna switch to Late Moon. Excuse me. Can you... I was trying to target, but it just was not happening. That's not what I want. I don't know what that chicken noise was about. On my end, that is. Stop! The problem is that with Hizuchi katanas, he does have a decent amount of range, so... that's an annoying thing to deal with. And flinching him out of his attacks is not that easy. There we go, backstab, that's what we want. Alright, chunk of pure bladestone. Stop saying chunk of pure bladestone, please, because those are two different things being fused into one word. Chunk of pure bladestone. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason why I'm saying that. I'm not sure what that reason is, though. Maybe it's my own stupidity. It's definitely a high possibility. Now, some more Bladestone, please. Nope. That's alright. Go and attack you. Because if I shoot him with an arrow from that distance that I was at before, he'll roll straight off the edge here. So it's important that I go and attack him manually. Or at least get into his close range distance first. Anyway. Returning to the Nexus again. And what we're going to do, guys, regardless of... It doesn't even matter if I kill him or not. Like, if I fail, doesn't matter. We're going to do this 2 more times, okay? Then we're moving on to Spiderstone. And then, if it takes too long to get 2 shards there, I will make another assessment on when to just stop. And at that point in time, we'll just continue through the game. So, the only thing is that I just don't want to be doing this too much on camera. I don't mind doing it a little bit, but just to at the very least demonstrate what's involved when it comes to getting this stuff, but the bulk of the grinding I would like to be off camera. And that is the plan. Oh dear. So, we currently have 141,000 souls, which is very good. I'm actually very happy with that. But yeah, in terms of what's on the agenda today, I'm going to continue live streaming here, which is just a nice thing to do during the day. I mean, it does... Streaming is a large time allocation, you know? But, having said that, it's somewhat addicting, and I really enjoy it. It's just a nice way to record, and it's not that I'm recording more than I ever have in the past, but it just feels... It feels nice to be able to so easily record so much, because in the back of my mind when I was recording lots of stuff in the past, in the back of my mind I would always be thinking, oh god, I'm going to have to edit through all this, but hey, I don't need to do that when I'm live streaming, which is good. So, yeah, as I have mentioned time and time again, the functional purpose behind live streaming for me, first and foremost, is not needing to fucking edit through this stuff. And I did consider... either in the previous video or the video before, I can't remember, but I was thinking about maybe doing the rest of the Breath of the Wild Let's Play in the livestream format, because I just don't really like Breath of the Wild that much. I mean, and I don't feel that great about the Let's Plays, so maybe I'll do it in a livestream format, not backstabbing you, you'll go off the cliff. Can you do the big attack again, please? It's scary when he does it, but hey. See, he shouldn't get thrown off the edge that time. If I could do a chain stab, that would be really good, but I didn't time that correctly. I don't want to be... Whoa, what the fuck just hit me there? So I think... It didn't look like it, but the Uchigatana skeleton must have just clipped me there with his sword. Which is a real indicator for the amount of range that he has with these things. It's actually quite dangerous to walk away from him towards the cliff edge without looking at him. So, I'm going to try and not do that again. That backstab will kill him, but please don't go off the edge. Good. Soul Remains. Again. My favourite Patch's appearance. Well... That's hard to say. I suppose my favourite Patch's appearance, if you could consider it to... Okay, well... Whether or not Patches appears does not change the fact that you fight the Uchigatana Black Phantom, or is it Hiltless Black Phantom, in the pit of World 4-2. I don't think. But being thrown into that pit and having access to that guy's Stones of Ephemeral Eyes, of which he drops 2, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty good, I would say therefore that the biggest benefit that you can get out of being thrown into an area by Patches would probably be in World 4-2. So therefore that would be my favourite Patches appearance. If you're talking about as far as the Souls games in general, when it comes to his appearance in all of the different games, like maybe my favourite Patches appearance in the different Souls games, then probably... He was very cheeky in Dark Souls, and he had a problem with clerics. I suppose he first demonstrated that when he was throwing Saint Urbain into the pit in 4-2 as well, so... But he was never specifically against clerics in this game. But in Dark Souls, yeah, he had a real problem with that. I liked how he would ask you if you were a cleric, and depending on whether you would say yes or no, it would change something. But he had very creative ways of messing with you, like turning that spike bridge. Excuse me. But, yeah. Can't remember his appearances in Dark Souls 2, if there were any. I really don't know if he appeared. And I haven't met him in Dark Souls 3 yet, if he is in that game, so... yeah. It was very bizarre when I was playing Dark Souls and saw Patches in the Catacombs, because it was this situation where I'm like, wait, why are you in this game? And I have a feeling that he had the same voice actor as well. So that was very interesting. To actually not only have a character be brought over from Demon's Souls, but also to have the same voice actor is very interesting. Because the whole feeling of Dark Souls was that it was to be in no way compared to that of Demon's Souls. It was just a completely different game in many senses. No, please do not. Thank God for that shit. Sick of getting attacked by the rays here. I do have the Thief's Ring on, so it could be worse, actually. Yes, that's exactly what I want. Damn it. He's so smart, this guy. Pisses me off that he's so smart, but... Now, definitely, you could be doing more damage to this guy than what I'm doing right now, and it would make the grinding of Bladestone a lot easier, but I have to understand that I'm not doing more damage, so I have to make do with what I've got. And we should be able to kill him here. One more attack, there we go. Chunk of Bladestone, beautiful. Now, that was actually going to be my final attempt. I don't know if you guys remember, but I said that I was going to do 2 more. And unless I'm going insane, then that was 2 attempts and not 3. I hope it wasn't 3. Because if it was 3, then I completely forgot. But, yeah. That's awesome. So what we're going to do before we leave, actually, and I should have gone the other way, but we're going to go to those silver skeletons down this way, kill them, then go to 4-1 if we don't have enough shards of Bladestone. Now, I think we need 6 shards of Bladestone to level our weapon up from this point, so, yeah. Once again, to follow the previously established protocol, we will bring this guy closer, but not the other one, because that's not going to work for us, sadly. We can use the range of this weapon to our advantage by attacking very early, if you notice that. Demonstrated during both confrontations. Shard of Bladestone, beautiful, that's what I wanted. Now, I don't know exactly how many shards of Bladestone I have all up. I think I have 3 in Stockpile Thomas's storage. If that's true, and I do have 3 in storage, then that would make for a total of 6, so I should be able to upgrade my War Scythe right now. Which means that we'll be able to go right ahead and get some Spiderstone after that. So that means that we don't need to go to World 4-1 at this point, which is good. That's what I like to see. But anyway, another thing to mention, which you're not able to see, but it's definitely worth mentioning, we have 161,000 souls, which is very nice. Only said 161,000 because it's an additional 19 beyond that, so it's actually 161,019, so, you know, 19 souls really equates to nothing, so I decided that it wasn't worth mentioning. But yeah, Patches is cool. He was even a vendor in Dark Souls as well. He would appear next to where Kingseeker Frampt would appear. But I can't remember exactly what he sells. Let's go to Blacksmith Ed and upgrade the War Scythe. I'm pretty positive that we have enough regular shards of Bladestone to be able to do this, so that should be pretty good. The ideal scenario would actually be would be me being able to look at my OBS/Restream settings on the laptop, but of course because I'm streaming with my PC, I can't do that. So, yeah, but that's alright. I can stand turning to look at that whenever I need to look at it. It's all good. Now, we should be able to upgrade. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I need to upgrade. As far as what we need next, we need 5 chunks of bladestone. Now, don't even worry about those chunks of bladestone. I would also say, by extension, don't even worry about the shards of bladestone. Because the amount of time and black skeleton killing it's going to take for you to get pure bladestone... Ugh. Basically, you're going to get 5 chunks and more by the time you get that pure bladestone, so you just don't have to worry about that. Seriously. You really do not have to worry about that. Now, I'm not going to absolutely force myself to get pure bladestone, but I'd like to get it, especially if I do end up taking World 4 to pure black. But as per my plans to get pure bladestone, I will be saving the Storm King as an Archdemon for the final Archdemon that I need to kill to finish new game. The reason being that I can grind for pure bladestone pretty much before I finish the game. So that is the current plan. Now, I'll go and buy some arrows from Baldwin, but before I do that, I'll go and put away any Dark Moonstone that I have here. 12 shards, which is weighing me down a bit. And I actually should put away that colourless Demon Soul as well. Let's go do that. Yeah, that's what I said, that I was going to do this. We'll go and consume these two and level up. We'll be able to level up a lot because we have 164,389 souls, which is, whew, that's a lot. Where are you, Maiden in Black? You are, no, seriously, where are you? Are you up here and I'm just blind? Where is she gone? Oh, she's down there. It's because I was thinking the last Archstone that I'd entered was World 4, but it wasn't. So, that was my mistake. So, we'll get Dexterity to 50 to start with. That was almost all of my souls, but that's to be expected. The soul requirements are much higher now. But as you can see, our bow is currently doing 249 damage. It is the right-hand weapon 2. Both weapons are actually doing almost equal damage, which is pretty cool. I like how that works. But with Dexterity at 50, I wonder if I want to get it beyond that point, because I think we've definitely surpassed the soft cap at this point. So, when it comes to stat boosts, I think once you get to around 40/45, at least that's what it is in Dark Souls. I can't absolutely confirm that to be the case in this game. But once you get around that point, you get less of an increase from upgrading the stat. So obviously you have a soft cap and a hard cap. I don't know what the hard cap is. There probably isn't one. The hard cap would be 99 in the case of this stat because, you know, 99 you can't actually upgrade it beyond that point. So obviously that would be a hard cap. But yeah, anyway. I've got 3 viewers on YouTube now. Hello, 3rd viewer. Welcome. I'm going to be grinding some Spiderstone at this point. I'm going to buy some regular arrows from Baldwin. Once again, I don't want to be wasting heavy arrows, so we'll just do that. We'll buy 217 because I'm probably going to need a lot. 3rd viewer disappeared very quickly. But that doesn't really bother me. So I shouldn't even mention it. Oh dear. I've been streaming for about 50 minutes, so almost an hour. I'm going to be doing a shorter stream today, about 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I'll be streaming for another 40 minutes or so. Maybe more, maybe less. I'd say more likely less rather than more, but yeah, as far as what we're going to be doing in this video when it comes to progressing through areas, if you are familiar with what we have left to be doing here in this new game run, you will probably be able to work out for yourself that it will be World 5-1 that we'll be undertaking first. And that's probably all we're going to do in this part. So, is this guy using a weapon? No, he's not. He gave us a shard of spider stone. We only need one more now to be able to upgrade the bow again, which will be up to +4. So therefore both of our 2 weapons will be at +4, which is very nice. I don't really want to be using late moon grass here, to be honest, but anyway. It's good to whip out the bow again, actually. I'm cool with that. Because I've been using the war scythe quite a lot to kill those black skeletons. And it is a pure bow build after all. Now what we're going to do here, because we are currently in soul form, we will just kill ourselves to speed things up. We're more than halfway done with our beer, I think. But yeah, it's a really light beer. It's just really refreshing, and I love it. It's very easy to drink 4 bottles, it's just that I've chosen to only have 2, because I didn't want to drink 4, so yeah. For the simple reason that it is a lot of liquid, so I just prefer not to drink so much liquid. That's how you have these people with their big beer guts, you know, because they drink a lot of beer. So the idea is to consume alcohol at a higher volume, alcohol by volume, for the simple reason that less liquid being consumed is better. But anyway, the way you offset that is by having less beer or weaker alcohol in general. That's how that works. There is our last shard of spider stone. So now, which is fortunate because I was worried about not actually having enough time based on my 40-minute allocation to be able to grind this spider stone plus take care of an archstone section. But definitely we'll be able to do that now. And in fact, we might be able to do so much as 5-1 and 5-2 with the time allocation that I've given myself. So that's actually pretty good. But I'm not going to push myself to do 5-2 as well. We'll just have to see. But 1 hour and 30 minutes will definitely be enough. There's one more down here, who also has a chance to drop spider stone, I would assume, although I don't think I've ever picked up spider stone from him. Until now. No, I probably did, but anyway. That's going to overburden me, but hey, that's just a pickaxe, so we don't need to pick it up. We don't need to pick up that pickaxe. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the extent to which I can be funny on live stream. Doesn't get much funnier than that. And if you weren't laughing, then there you go. That's how funny it gets. Anyway, so at this point we need to actually, I think we need to upgrade through Ed, don't we? Yes. It's only giving us an option to upgrade a pickaxe. Actually, let's just discard this fucking pickaxe. I have enough in my storage, I'm sure. I would have at least 3. We're not going to drop that, we'll put that into storage. Not that I'm ever going to use it, but hey, I'm weird that way. So we're about to get both of our weapons to +4. We've already got the war scythe to +4. So, yeah. It's very nice. Sadly, my Twitch followers are not around at the moment, so they're not watching, but that's alright. I've got Guillermo on YouTube who's watching, so that's good enough. As long as I've got like one person to chat to, I'm pretty A-okay. That's all I want in a live stream, to be able to chat to people. I suppose the more people the better, but hey. I'll take what I can get. So as you can see, we can now upgrade the sticky compound longbow. We had plenty of chunks, it was the shards that we really needed. And we only need 5 more shards of spider stone, which is not going to take long for us to get to +5. And I would do that on camera if I hadn't already spent so much time in this video thus far grinding other shit. So yeah, what we're going to do right now is take on World 5 with our sticky compound longbow +4. That is our current course of action. Now I will probably double check my heavy arrows to see if I need to buy any more. I probably do. Now fortunately, because cameras don't capture everything. You wouldn't have been able to see that. But I had a spillage. Maybe it did capture it, but it happened basically. Double check YouTube. Alrighty, so aside from the fact that I've gone and put her garden all over myself, I'm going to double check my heavy arrows to see how many I have. I'm going to switch them either way. Hey, 1! Check that out. I'm going to spend, because I currently have 15,000 souls, I'm going to buy as many as I can. Only 80, and that is a weight-related hindrance. So what I'm going to do, because I'm not going to need these regular arrows, I'm going to save them for when, and if I can remember that, hopefully I can, but I'm going to save those 169 arrows, I think it was, for when I need to go and get more spider stone. Going to get 248 heavy arrows, and so that we can manage our weight, we will go from heavy arrows to regular arrows, swapping them over from the inventory to stockpile Thomas's storage. That's how we're going to work that. Item burden management, something that you only have to do in this game. Now, we're going to use a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes because I do plan to drop World 4 down to Pure Black anyway, so may as well, hey. As far as what ring we're going to equip instead, Ring of Avarice, because there's nothing else that is really of any use, apart from the Ring of Avarice that we have at the moment, so we'll just do that. Why the hell not? I have to say, it is a phenomenal amount of liquid to drink, despite the fact that, like, I don't feel any effect from that whatsoever. It's quite funny. But yeah, that's how you drink her garden. With a big fucking glass like that. Because it is such an easy drink to consume. You could compare it to water, but that's not meant to be negative. It doesn't taste like water. If it did taste like water, then hey, maybe that would be a negative. Strangely enough, you can describe her garden as watery, but it's pleasant. It's a very nice drink, and extremely refreshing. So, as long as I don't get mobbed by anyone, I'm going to just keep moving down here quickly. It's not going to take very long at all for us to get to the Leechmonger. I missed an item up there, but it doesn't really matter. Now, if I drop down further, shit. Now that I've dropped down here, I'm probably going to get mobbed, so let's turn around and start killing these guys. I'm one-shotting them, fortunately, so that's going to make this a lot easier. They're only weak enemies in the first Archstone section of World 5, after all. In terms of the hardest Archstone sections for the first level, I would say World 3 and World 4 are the two very difficult ones. World 5 is about on par with World 2 in terms of the difficulty of its first Archstone level. Whereas World 3 you have those Cthulhus, and then plus the fact that it's very easy to get lost if you don't know where you're going. And then in World 4 you have those skeletons, who have a lot of defense and deal a lot of damage, so yeah, most certainly I would say that World 3 and World 4. And if I had to choose which of those is the most difficult, okay, if you have a walkthrough, or you know where you're going, then World 3-1 isn't quite so difficult. But if you do have that stuff at your disposal, then I would say that... Well, sorry, if you do have that, then obviously World 4 will be a bit more difficult, but if you don't, then World 3 will be the most difficult, for the simple reason that you will probably get lost your first time going through there. Or if you're just generally not familiar with where to go. So what I'm going to do is try to kill these rats before I actually take on that giant depraved one. And I can take on him from a range, but yeah. These rats do have a chance to drop shards of Archstone, which is very strange. To this day I do not understand how and why rats would drop shards of Archstone. Maybe it's a lore-based thing, maybe I would have more of an understanding if I knew the lore of Archstones, but hey. Obviously I'm missing some sort of information. There we go. Don't have to deal with this guy's bullshit because we can attack him at a distance. Which is what I like. I'll switch to Twitch, give me a moment. It's nice to have it directly in front of me. Because I don't have to move my head all over the place. So I think some guys are going to appear behind me, is that right? They sort of drop down. Just need to be careful of them. Got some guys in here. So you have these guys here. And then I think 2 more, or at least 1 more, will appear in the entrance that I just came from. Or are they not going to? I'm pretty sure they did in the previous build, but maybe not. One benefit, of course, to the bow is that I can attack these guys from a range and I don't have to worry so much. So, of course, if you're too close to these guys, they will poison you. So, it's annoying. There we go. Killing these guys is nice and easy. However, the giant depraved one here might manage to get to us before we can kill him, but we'll have to see. Nope, he's gonna die. See you, mate. Nice nose, by the way. And by that I mean he has a huge fucking nose. So that is pretty much all we need to do to get to the boss. I might actually double check to see what item is here. Full moon grass times 3. I often just completely ignore that. Guillermo says Estrella, in my opinion, is the best boss battle in Demon Souls. The music, environment, circumstances, wow. That is definitely true. I didn't really think about that, but World 5 in general has a lot of atmosphere. And when you think about the location of World 5-3, I mean, it's pretty gross. You have the Demon Baby Lake and everything is rotting and dying, but certainly the circumstances when you look at the story are quite tragic. And, yeah, it is a good fight in that way. What I also like is the fact that Maiden Estrella is the Archdemon, yet you don't really fight her. She just kills herself. Or you can kill her as well. Depends on how you want to do it, but... Okay, definitely heal, like now, mate. Taking a lot of damage here. And similar to being under the effects of poison, you don't heal for quite as much when hit with this guy's weird stuff. And funnily enough, his weird stuff, as I'm describing it, loses its effect when he dies, so that's worth mentioning. And there we go, Wriggling Demon Soul. That is the Leechmonger. We've been streaming for 1 hour and 2 minutes. We definitely have enough time to go right ahead and take on World 5-2. And therefore, if we have time to take on World 5-2, we might also have time to take on Maiden Estrella. So, I don't know, we'll have to see how that's going to play out. If it does play out in that way, then I might have to get on the whiskey, but I don't know. I don't really need to do that, do I? Do I really need to get on the whiskey at this point? The very obvious and clear answer is no. But hey, I don't always make good decisions, so that much I can confirm. So we're going to be able to take care of World 5-2 very, very easily, because what kills you in 5-2 is being reliant upon close range combat. So if you can actually do long range combat, then you are in a very good position. And also, Guillermo, you have most certainly caught up to the live stream at this point, because that was a fast response to what I said. So that's good to see. Before, you were responding like 5 minutes after I'd said something, so whatever you're doing with the live stream at the moment, keep doing that, because you are now much closer to being live than what you were before. So instead of one-shotting these enemies, I'm instead two-shotting them, which is perfectly fine, as long as it's not 3-shot. You know, basically, with this bow build, I don't want to be taking any more than 3 arrows, or sorry, any more than 2 to kill an enemy. If it's taking more than 3, then fuck it, but 3 I can handle. 4 is starting to enter into the realms of not being okay at all. So, yeah, I don't know. We are poisoned here, but that's just something that you need to allow to happen. Oh, that's one thing that I completely forgot about. I wanted to try and use the Gloom set in conjunction with this bow build, and try to fast roll with that, using the Ring of Great Strength. But I had completely forgotten that I wanted to do that and was putting more points into Vitality. But hey, if I get Vitality to 25 and leave it at that, because it doesn't really need to be more than that, then maybe it would make sense for me to put points into Endurance, and then work towards getting more defense through the Gloom set. Because I do like the Gloom set. It's nice. So, I'm going to kill these guys from a range. Can you, like, actually stop being so stupid? Look at you. You are absolutely worthy of death simply for looking like that. And acting like that. They are called depraved. And it's very clear that that is a descriptive term. Or an aptly descriptive term. Can you please not? Maybe. Maybe, baby. So, this giant depraved one, who has a nose that is about half the length of my character's body, hopefully we'll be able to kill him before he can get close enough to us to be able to hit him, or hit us with his club. He's not going to be hitting himself with his club, although that would be excellent. That is definitely not going to happen for the simple reason, oh my dear Jesus, you guys don't seem to realise the awfulness of this situation, because I cannot roll out of here. I cannot roll out of here. That's alright. It's actually not alright at all. Okay, so now that that shit has happened, it's because I overestimated the situation, or overestimated the ease of the situation because of how much damage I was doing to the giant depraved ones in the previous area. However, they obviously have a lot more health in this area. So the last area is not a good gauge for how much damage I'm doing. So what we're going to do at this point is remain in soul form, because I do not need to be wasting any more stones of ephemeral eyes unnecessarily. It's really not what I want. So what we will instead do is stay in soul form with the cling ring on, and we will run through the rest of the area. I don't really want to be wasting late moon grass as well, but hey, I can get some souls together and buy some half moon whenever I want, so we'll probably do that. We don't even get a free fast roll at the end there, that makes me sad. So, what I'm going to do, guys, is tell you straight up what the next build is probably going to be. It's a very interesting build. It's called a Windmill Rapier Build. Now, what the hell is a Windmill Rapier Build, you ask? Well, you're not actually going to know what that is until that build is being done, or at least being started. In fact, you won't really know how it's going to be a Windmill Rapier Build, which is a very strange way to describe it, because obviously your immediate question is, what the hell do you mean by windmill? Well, you'll know. When you see it, you'll know. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. But anyway, we're going to run past these enemies. Now, this is not the angle at which I usually run through them, but this will work because of the Thief's Ring. What the Thief's Ring is going to be doing for us at this point is making it so that these guys will leash faster. Because we're going to get out of their target distance faster. Because the target distance, the point being that the target distance is shortened by the Thief's Ring. So they will leash sooner. Can you please not knock me off? That would be absolutely phenomenal if you could not do that. You're going to die, by the way. I don't mind shooting you guys as per normal. Or as per usual, as per normal. It's a great way to describe it, Doomlink. It's actually a lot better to do this than trying to run past them. It's definitely worth running past those giant depraved ones, though. Please don't. No, no. Not quite what I wanted. Not quite what I wanted. Get through. Don't do that shit. Holy fuck. Just heal. I almost got killed by the poison. I was, like, unbelievably close to dying to poison right there. Now, at this point we can... Yep. Cool. That worked out just how I wanted it. And there's some black turpentine here, and I'm not going to pick it up because I'm not going to be using turpentine. I will, of course, be going bow only against the Dirty Colossus, because that is just what I want, given that it is a pure bow build. If I can kill all bosses bow only, then that's just going to work out a lot better. I don't know how Garl Vinland is going to work, and it is possible that I will not go bow only with Garl Vinland. I will judge the circumstances at the moment in time where I'm trying to kill him bow only, and if it is too difficult, then I will parry him to death, which is generally how I like to take on Garl Vinland. But we will work that out in a bit. Once I'm in that fight. Please don't. Please don't. Fucking bullshit. I have room to roll here, so please. No, I'm not in the lake, you dog. Fucking. Okay, thank God. That was really lucky. So. I was about to make more references to dog testicles, but I really didn't. Oh, shit. And yeah, it was close, Guillermo. That poison was, I mean, I had probably like 5 HP at that point, if even that. So. That was definitely a shit situation. No, please. Are you kidding me? No, 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 no. I'm not even poisoned, guys. Holy shit. Do you know what that means? Had I been poisoned there, I would have died, but my poison had worn off by that point. So, Guillermo, when you said that that was close, I had a situation where I was very close to dying again. And then after that point, I had a situation that was closer than ever before, which... And I must have been at like 1 HP because you could not see my health bar at that moment, which is crazy. But anyway, let's use Crescent Moon. God damn it. That was pure luck. That message was held for review. I will show that. I might turn off messages being held for review because if they're being held for review on the basis of you saying the word fuck, then that definitely needs to be turned off. But anyway, that's a great thing about having this directly in front of me because I can see that immediately. So that's very good. Now, don't think we need to set up really for this fight. The Dirty Colossus will be killed with the bow fairly easily. I've never done it before, but hey, I'll be able to do it. Look at this. That shit can hit me, I don't mind. His only way of hitting me from a distance is with that attack, so... I can take that. Excuse me. I might as well try to avoid this, instead of like just taking it head on like an idiot. There's no reason why I have to be hit by that. And also, if you want to know how to get rid of that, you just burn yourself. It's fairly easy. That hit me. Stop it! Can you just not? He's being a bit relentless with that attack. It's because he can't hit me any other way, that's why. Now let's go burn ourselves. Because this is slowly whittling down our health as time goes on, so... How you actually fix that is by burning yourself, it just gets rid of that shit. Oh, can you stop, please? Just burn yourself quick. But yeah, fighting the Dirty Colossus at a range, as you can tell, is a situation where he can't do anything but shoot his long-range black stuff. So, that's not too difficult to avoid anyway. As you can see, just I've been trying to avoid it in a really stupid way. But yeah, that was definitely the pixel of death. Back there. Or 1 pixel away from death. Alrighty, so, wow. Dirty Colossus really can't do much at a distance. So we have now revived, which is fine. Makes it easier to take on Garl Vinland. Ooh. I didn't get my soul back. How many... I didn't have many souls, did I? Because, yeah, that's right. I think maybe I did get my soul back and I just didn't have any. If I didn't get my soul back, then it only would have been like 2,000 souls or something that I missed. Because I spent all of my souls on heavy arrows before I came into 5-1. So, yeah. What we're going to do here is try to take on Garl Vinland bow only. It's not going to work, I don't think. So, if it doesn't look like it will work, we'll go parry. And beat the shit out of him, basically. It's possible that... Ooh. That's not working. Is he being protected by something? Look, I'll try bow only, we'll see what happens. You don't need to turn back. Hey, you know what? You're shielding in a direction where I'm not even located, so stop that maybe. Oh, he dropped his guard right at that moment. This is actually pretty doable with a bow. Come on, he's actually turtling me right now. Okay, going bow only with Garl of Inland requires a lot of patience, basically. Look at this. I probably won't continue trying to do this shit. Yep, you're dead, mate. I'm done with your shit. Get the fuck out of my face. How much damage is that doing? 484? You can actually chain backstab this guy. And I did not demonstrate that aptly. There we go. More disturbing music? Yeah. I'd agree with that. I don't need the Dark Silver set. Let me drop that shit. We have the Gloom set in our inventory because it was my intention to equip it, but I, once again, totally forgot. The Dark Silver set isn't usable for us anyway because it is male only, whereas the Gloom set is unisex. We're currently running a female build, or a female character. We have the Plague now, but we should be able to get this completed before we are at risk of death. You can manually kill Maiden Estrella if you want, and she casts God's Wrath while you're trying to do that. But, it's better just to talk to her and let her kill herself. So, there you go. That only took me the best part of 10 minutes. Is that true? Maybe not. Maybe we'll say 15 minutes. It took me about 15 minutes to do the entirety of World 5, despite dying once. So, that's pretty good. I'm very happy with that. So, what we need to do right now, guys, just to give you a refresh, is complete World 1-4 and complete World 5-3, which is over here. At that point, we will be done with New Game. And before we go into New Game Plus, I want a +5 sticky compound longbow, and, which is going to be hard, a +5, well not, the sticky longbow isn't going to be hard. I was actually prefacing what I was about to say with which is going to be hard, which was getting the +5 sharp war scythe, so. Because that was done so fast, I'm not going to be on the whiskey, so. I dodged a bullet by not needing to be on the whiskey. And at no point did I need to be on the whiskey, but I'm stupid, so. Also, if you want to talk about being stupid, then, oh. Look how close we are to one-shotting these guys, actually. That's insane. That makes me angry, in fact. Because look, if we could actually one-shot these guys with heavy arrows, that would mean that we do not need to buy regular arrows, because in the end, we would have to use double the regular arrows to kill these guys versus heavy arrows. So what that would mean is that that would very nearly mitigate the benefits to buying light arrows for the purpose of being cheaper. If we leveled up our dexterity once more, we'd be able to do that. But it's currently at 50, and I kind of want to keep it at 50 for now. There's one shard of Spiderstone. We're now at 2. We need a total of 6. I really want to get a little bit more damage there. Is there a way to just get a tiny little bit more damage? I suppose the only way is by leveling up dexterity once, but I'm not going to do that. Mirdan hammer. So I was able to confirm during the last round that I was doing this that the last scale miner does drop Spider Stone, even though he rarely does for me. Ooh, that might be it. He also just drops Iron Knuckle. There you go. 2 shards of Spider Stone in 1 run, even with the large Sword of Searching, which I don't currently have equipped, but it should still work in the offhand, that's the point. But just in case I have it equipped like this, but yeah, it's currently at pure black, so even with the large Sword of Searching active, plus 12 luck, plus pure black world tendency, getting 2 shards of Spider Stone in 1 run is pretty good. And that's pretty crazy, I would actually say. But it doesn't get much better than that, sadly. Which makes me pretty sad, yeah, but what do you do? Can't be that easy, can it? Now, we're not going to need to actually use any of these souls for anything, so we are going to consume them for actual usable souls as far as leveling up. You can't see my number of souls right now, but it is currently at 169,019. Which is insane because I was at something 100,019 before. Now what are the fucking chances of being at 019 twice purely by chance? I don't know, but it happened. Now I need to have a look and see how heavy it is when we have the Gloom set equipped. Oh yes, I do need to get the... How much time do we have? We have about 10 minutes before I want to end the video, so maybe what we'll do in this video, and I reckon we can do it in this time, is I'm going to go to World 1-1, try to get the Ring of Great Strength, which should be easy because now both dragons should be gone. Because the blue dragon, who would be whipping his tail around and protecting the Ring of Great Strength, should now be in World 1-4. So we can easily get the Ring of Great Strength now, I think. But because we haven't actually met the blue dragon in 1-4, he might still be in World 1-1. But I know at the very least once you've met the blue dragon, he will leave World 1-1 permanently. Come on. It's taking a while to load. I also wanted to get the regular arrows on the go, but anyway. If the blue dragon is still alive, it's going to be very risky because I'm currently playing with 169,000 souls, and if I lose those, it's going to be very, very sad. So I'll do my best. We should have unlocked this, yes. Beautiful. It's not like my New Game Plus run of the Morion Blade build where I have the boss unlocked, but neither of the 2 side areas unlocked. Ugh. And that was really terrible, I have to say. Just that whole New Game Plus run of the Morion Blade build, which to my knowledge no longer exists anywhere except in my own personal archive. It was just bad, basically. And if you are able to see it through Twitch, and I haven't checked past broadcasts existing in Twitch, but if they do exist then you'll still be able to see that, but I don't care if you can see it. It's just that over a from a long-term perspective I really don't want it to be visible, so... Damn. These guys are all going to die, and heavy arrows are hugely overkill for this, so I feel bad using heavy arrows for this crap. I just want to kill as many as I can to at least run through them. Because if I were to attempt to run through all of these enemies, what would happen is that I would get mobbed and killed. It would not work at all. So anyway, sad times. Well, not sad times, rather. It's because I was simulating that scenario in my head that I said sad times, but it's not actually reality. Excellent, so the blue dragon is gone despite the fact that we haven't met him in 1-4 yet. As long as you have 1-4 unlocked, you'll be able to pick all this stuff up without having to worry about any dragons bothering you. So that was the purple flame shield that we couldn't actually pick up without being overburdened. I'm not going to need that, so we won't bother picking it up. Ring of Great Strength, we'll equip that now. And we do have a Shard of Archstone because we picked one up from the rat at the very least, so we'll go and... yeah, so we have 2. We'll make use of that now. Nice and quickly getting the hell out of this place. So I was very easily able to do that within the 10-minute time allocation that I'd given myself, because I do plan to end this 1 hour and 30 minutes in, or at least not long after that. That's 2 bottles of Her Garden right there. So, now we're going to try and see how much endurance we need at this point. We cannot fast roll with the Ring of Great Strength and all of this, despite having 20 endurance, which is kind of expected. So, whoa. Actually, no. I was looking at item burden. I was about to say, shit, we're going to need to upgrade that a lot, but no. We're actually alright with the Ring of Great Strength. So, what we'll probably do, because what I would like is, during New Game Plus, to be able to use the full Gloom set, yet not need the Ring of Great Strength. That would be pretty cool if I could manage that. But I don't think we're going to be able to do that until we're in New Game Plus. When we're leveling up with the souls in New Game Plus, we might be able to do that, but yeah. I'm going to put all of these souls into endurance. At this point, we are still not able to fast roll with the Ring of Great Strength plus the Gloom set, which is alright, because we do still have a lot of souls to be able to use. We have the souls that we will get from World 4-3. We also have the souls that we will get from 1-4, as well as the Beast Demon soul from killing the Maiden in Black at the end. So, we'll be able to level up a lot still from this point. So that's alright. Go and replace all of this with the leather set. Even the leather set has decent defense at this point, so it's actually quite alright. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. This has been the Demon Souls livestream once again. I'm going to get the Sticky Compound Longbow to +5 off camera. And I'm going to... Well, how many Stones of Ephemeral Eyes do I have? I don't think I even picked up 1. No, I didn't even pick up 1 in World 5, so... There's still 1 that I can think of in World 1-4 that I can pick up, so I'll get that. But, yeah, what I'm going to do off camera is get the Sticky Compound Longbow to +5 through Spider Stone that I pick up over there. And then I'm also going to get World 4 to Pure Black, and off camera give a real good shot at, or have a real good shot at getting Pure Bladestone, which is going to suck. But anyway, I thank you all for watching. This has once again been the Doomlink Demon Souls livestream, part 16 in fact. And I will see you when I'm next recording, which I don't believe will be tomorrow. Instead, it will probably be... I'm probably going to have a 2-day break at this point, because I've been streaming for like 11 days in a row, so it's time for a break, I think. I will resume... Well, it's currently Thursday. I will resume again on Sunday, I think. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all later. Goodbye.